This doesn't feel right now, does it? Howdy everyone, in this video we're going to be talking about the relationship between video and shutter speed. Now, you choose your shutter speed and you're going to be choosing it differently when you're recording a video than you would when actually taking photographs. Now, what does that mean? Now, as you probably know, a video is actually a series of images shown rapidly, one after the other, coming at you rapid fire, that our brains then connect and create into one seamless image. Now, frame rate is going to be indicated by something called FPS, also known as frames per second. Now, frames per second is key for choosing our video's shutter speed. So we've already released a video about frame rate, and so if you don't know what frame rate to use, just make sure to check out this video. It'll be in the description below. But let's get back to discussing shutter speed. Now, the best way to picture this is with a good old-fashioned film strip. When film goes through a movie camera at a certain speed, there's a limit at which a single frame can be exposed. The limit is 1/FPS of a second. So with 25 frames per second, one frame can be exposed for a maximum of 1/25 of a second. Now, we already know how shutter speed works when we're using a regular photo camera, and that was in a video that we already did. You can find the link to that below. Now, the longer the shutter speed, the choppier and blurrier the image is going to be. Since the image speed for one frame is longer, not enough images fit into the frame rate for a smooth image. Now, the shorter the shutter speed, the smoother the image is going to be, but the motion is going to seem unnatural and jerky. Now, it may seem like the perfect solution is going to be that 25 FPS. So let's set the shutter speed to 1/25, but that doesn't look very natural, does it? A 1/25 of a second shutter speed is too long, and the motion blur is going to be noticeable and unnatural. The rule of thumb is that the most natural shutter speed setting is 1/twice the frame rate. So for 25 FPS, that means 1/50th. For 50 FPS, that means 1/100th. And for 100 FPS, that means 1/200th, and so forth. But as it goes in the creative fields, rules are meant to be broken. Rules aren't set in stone, and they're more of guidelines to get that best looking and natural looking product. Now, the rule can be bent or even broken for artistic purposes. For example, if I want to get feelings of sort of like a dreamy feeling or even something intoxicating, I'm going to intentionally set a longer shutter speed, like 1/25 or slower. Now, if I want to dramatically slow down my video, I'm going to set a shorter shutter speed so that every single frame is as sharp as possible. Or if I'm shooting at up to 50 FPS and I want the image to be virtually indistinguishable from 25 FPS without slowing down, I'm going to keep the shutter speed at 1/50th. After slowing down, the image may not be as sharp, but if I combine it with 25 FPS at full speed, no one's going to notice that I actually shot at a higher frame rate all along. Now, it all depends on simply how you want the end product and video to look. Now, you might be thinking, if I only set a certain range of shutter speed, how do I bring the exposure down if I don't have the ISO to do it? Or do I need to keep the aperture low for a good depth of field? This is the reason why so many filmmakers use ND filters. Now, ND filters lower exposure without unnecessarily pushing up the aperture and losing the optical properties of the lens. Most often, filmmakers use variable ND filters so that they don't have to put on a new filter every time and can still fine-tune their exposure. This is true especially if you're shooting in manual mode. If you're shooting in automatic or semi-automatic mode, the camera is going to sort out all that shutter speed stuff for you. But be careful if you don't have an ND filter, as the camera reduces exposure with a shorter shutter speed, making the motion look really unnatural. And that's why it's good to have an ND filter around. Now, that's all for setting your video's shutter speed. Hope it was useful and you learned a thing or two. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Give us that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a good one and take care.